All right, we got some Leucovorin updates. On Tuesday, March 10th, the FDA approved Leucovorin for use, but not for autism, for a rare genetic condition in which the brain has difficulty converting folate as needed, where the gene FOLR1, the folate 1 receptor gene, is malfunctioning in some way. But this is not a new condition. Leucovorin has been prescribed for since 2009. So it is getting official approval, but this is not really any new information. And this is a very rare condition in which only 50 to 100 people have been identified worldwide. Now, this is very beneficial for those who have this mutation because they can have seizures and motor and language delays. However, it's really nothing breaking. So here's what's important to understand. Leucovorin was not approved for autism because there was no significant evidence demonstrating any benefit. In fact, the one study that showed the most benefit potentially was retracted because the statistical analyses were faulty. This is so important to have the real information because last September, the White House put out information saying that between 50 and 70% of children with autism have this folate deficiency, which has been found to be untrue. It's a very, very, very small percentage of those who have autism that have this deficiency. And it was touted as this exciting therapy that was going to help those who suffer from autism. So thanks to this misinformation, we have had parents flocking to doctors and then pharmacies to try to find Leucovorin, so much so that it's been nearly impossible to find, where parents have been finding off-market or over-the-counter folinic acid supplements that have been poorly regulated and are not the same as the prescription Leucovorin. But I would say most concerning is the false hope that's been provided to families. And it's really hard to identify any singular therapy that may be helping their child. Some of these parents anecdotally have reported some improvements in their children. But the question to ask is it truly because of the Leucovorin, or is it because they're getting other therapies? There could be so many factors. And the other issue is that Leucovorin is not without financial cost. And now, because of this lack of evidence, insurance companies may not cover Leucovorin anymore. So it will be an out-of-pocket cost for parents with this false hope that may not provide any significant benefit and may also have some adverse effects. So parents, you need to be informed. At the end of the day, it's your choice, but it's important that you have all the facts, that you protect yourself from financial burden, from emotional burden in that false hope.